Hey everyone, welcome to the Glow Grow Goal channel, your go-to channel for personal development and life transformation. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by requests from others, struggling to find the right words to say no? Or have you found yourself in a situation where you know someone is taking advantage of your kindness, pushing your boundaries just a little too far? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into a powerful skill that can change your life: how to say no without guilt or apology. As the famous Japanese entrepreneur Kazuo Inamori said, a person should live as a kind-hearted person with sharp edges. Be strong against the strong, gentle with the weak, kind to the good, and harsh toward the evil. When it's time to turn your back, do so decisively so that others can see your bottom line. This wisdom highlights the importance of setting boundaries and standing firm in your decisions. In this video, we'll explore practical strategies and scripts that will empower you to decline requests confidently. Let's get started. Saying no is not just about declining requests, it's about prioritizing your well-being and time. Many people struggle with this simple word because they fear the consequences of disappointing others or damaging relationships. However, understanding the significance of saying no can be liberating. Each time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities, you're inadvertently saying no to something else, perhaps a personal goal or even a moment of much-needed self-care. Imagine you're working on an important project at work that requires your full attention. A colleague approaches you and asks if you can help them with their presentation that's due tomorrow. You feel torn because you want to be supportive, but saying yes means sacrificing time on your own project. Protecting your time is essential for maintaining balance in your life. When you learn to say no, you create space for what truly matters, allowing yourself to focus on your passions and commitments that genuinely resonate with you. Moreover, establishing clear boundaries is crucial for fostering respect in your relationships. When you communicate your limits effectively, others will begin to understand and appreciate your needs. This not only reduces stress but also helps prevent burnout. It's important to recognize that every yes comes with a commitment. Thus, learning to say no is a vital skill for anyone seeking personal growth. If you don't learn how to say no, it's just a matter of time before others start taking advantage of you. People may climb onto your head, pushing boundaries further until they feel entitled to your time and energy. This dynamic can lead to situations resembling bullying, where bullies test their victims' limits repeatedly until it escalates into a full-blown problem. Learning to assert yourself early on helps prevent these negative patterns from developing. The psychology behind saying no is fascinating yet complex. Many people grapple with feelings of guilt or fear when faced with the prospect of declining a request. This fear often stems from a deep-seated desire for approval or acceptance from others. We worry about what they might think if we refuse their offer or request, leading us to prioritize their needs over our own. For instance, consider a friend who frequently asks for favors, whether it's borrowing money or needing help moving furniture on weekends. You might feel guilty saying no because you don't want them to think you don't care about them. It's essential to acknowledge these feelings but also recognize that they shouldn't dictate our decisions. In addition to guilt, many individuals experience anxiety about disappointing others or damaging relationships. It's easy to feel bad for turning someone down, especially if they seem genuinely in need of help or support. For example, if a family member asks you to babysit their kids last minute because they have an emergency meeting at work, it can be hard to refuse when they sound desperate. Recognizing that these emotions are common can help you understand that setting boundaries is not only acceptable but necessary for your well-being. It's crucial to remember that prioritizing your own well-being is not selfish. It's necessary for maintaining mental health and overall happiness. Many individuals fall into the trap of people-pleasing, feeling compelled to say yes in order to keep the peace or maintain harmony in their relationships. Breaking this habit can be challenging but is essential for personal growth and self-respect. When it comes to saying no, how you communicate it matters significantly. The key is to be both clear and respectful in your response. Start by expressing gratitude for the request. This sets a positive tone and shows respect for the other person's feelings. A simple phrase like, "Thank you for considering me," can go a long way in softening your refusal. After acknowledging their request, you can gently decline with a clear statement, such as, "Unfortunately, I can't participate this time." For example, if a neighbor asks if you can help them set up their new TV on a day when you've planned some personal time for yourself, you could respond, "I really appreciate you thinking of me. Unfortunately, I won't be able to help today as I have some plans I need to stick to." It's important not to over-explain or provide excessive details about why you're declining. Often, less is more. A straightforward response helps avoid any ambiguity that could lead to further negotiation or pressure from the other person. If you feel comfortable doing so, you might also offer an alternative solution or suggest someone else who could help. This shows that while you can't assist at this moment, you still care about their needs. Ending your response on a positive note can also help ease any tension created by your refusal. You might add something encouraging like, "Best of luck with everything." This approach ensures that while you assert your boundaries, you also foster goodwill and understanding in your relationships. In some situations, it may be appropriate to suggest alternatives when saying no. This tactic can soften the impact of your refusal while still showing support for the other person's needs. For example, if someone invites you out but you're feeling overwhelmed and need some downtime instead of socializing, try responding, "I really appreciate the invite. I need some time to recharge this weekend, but let's plan something soon." Offering alternatives demonstrates that while you're unable to fulfill their request at this moment, you're still willing to engage positively in other ways. Building confidence in saying no takes practice and commitment. One effective way to develop this skill is through role-playing scenarios with friends or family members who can help simulate different situations where saying no might be necessary. For instance, gather some friends and practice scenarios where one person makes requests while another practices declining them assertively yet kindly. This practice allows you to become more comfortable articulating your boundaries without feeling anxious. Self-affirmation is another powerful tool in building assertiveness when it comes to declining requests. Remind yourself regularly that your needs are just as important as anyone else's. This mindset shift can significantly reduce feelings of guilt associated with saying no. Start small by practicing saying no in low-stakes situations, like declining an invitation for coffee when you're busy. As you gain confidence in these smaller interactions, you'll find it easier to assert yourself in more significant situations. Changing how you view saying no can make a significant difference in how comfortable you feel doing it. Instead of seeing it as a negative action or rejection of others' needs, try viewing it as an affirmation of your priorities and values. Recognize that every time you say no respectfully and clearly, you're reinforcing your commitment to self-care. For example, if you're invited last minute to an event but know you'll feel drained afterward, remind yourself that prioritizing rest isn't selfish. It's essential for your well-being. Focusing on self-care means acknowledging that prioritizing yourself is essential for maintaining mental health and overall well-being. By reframing your mindset around saying no as an act of kindness towards yourself rather than an act against someone else's wishes, you'll find it easier and empowering to decline requests without guilt. Saying no can lead to numerous long-term advantages that far outweigh any temporary discomfort associated with declining requests. One significant benefit is improved focus. By eliminating distractions and unnecessary commitments from your life, you'll have more energy and mental clarity available for what truly matters. Imagine being able to finally dedicate quality time to projects you've been putting off because you've been overwhelmed by constant demands on your schedule. Additionally, increased productivity often follows when individuals learn how best they can set boundaries effectively, allowing them space needed to accomplish goals aligned directly with their passions. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, setting boundaries fosters stronger relationships over time. When others see that you can assert yourself respectfully without compromising their worth, it creates mutual respect. This ultimately strengthens connections between people. In conclusion, mastering the art of saying no is a vital skill that empowers us to live authentically. It allows us to prioritize our well-being above everything else around us. Remember Kazuo Inamori's wise words about being kind yet firm. It's perfectly okay, and necessary sometimes, to draw boundaries firmly while standing up proudly for ourselves. Practice these strategies regularly until they become second nature. Soon enough, You'll find yourself confidently asserting yourself without hesitation whenever needed. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever faced challenges that made it difficult for you to assert your boundaries? What techniques have you found effective in saying no? Share your experiences and insights in the comments below so we can support one another on our journey towards assertiveness. And if you found value in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more insightful content. Thank you.